Crazy laugh, Alex? What was that? That was like a honk. Eddie, crazy laugh, Eddie, come on.
Whoa.
There you go.
He's got the best crazy laugh of them all. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, right here. Which do I like, music or voice acting? I like them both. The thing I like about music is that first it's an original creation, I don't know, voice acting, I don't like it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, I like when voice acting, when there's a moment with the character, you know, where there's some kind of emotion that's happening, you know, I really like. Because in the end, it's a chance for me to express something that's maybe inside or whatever, you know. Usually if I'm walking around, I'm not all like character-y or anything like that, so it's kind of fun to be that for a moment, you know, and end with the music. But usually I'm just like a random guy, I guess, you know. Not that interesting. Huh? Actually, I am a superhero.
That would be good. Better.
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
Oh, all the time. All the time, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of times the scripts are translated directly from the Japanese, or if it's whatever original, and maybe it's just weird and doesn't make sense. There's so many. It happens so often, though, and the director a lot of times is a writer or an actor, so understands most of the time and is able to adjust things quickly. Sometimes they're like, "Well, we just got to do it that way," and usually we'll do it two different ways. I can't think of anything specifically, but I mean, this reminds me of this because I was just talking about something else that kind of maybe would feel like that. But there's this character that I was playing, and he's trying to protect this princess. Man, turn off your phone at the end, and so he's trying to protect the princess, and then these guys are trying to get the princess to sacrifice her or whatever. And then they've been doing this forever, sacrificing princesses or whatever it is to save the world. And then so he's like, he says something like, "You guys have been sacrificing forever. What's one more?" You know, like that's kind of how I read it. I mean, obviously with a little more emotion, but it was like, "What's one more?" It's kind of how I said it. But then the director wanted me to say, "What's one more?" Yeah. And I was like, what? You want me to say, "What's one more?" Like that? My character was like the typical young hero, so it's, "What's one more?" You know, like that kind of thing. "What's one more?" You know, I was like, it just seemed weird. I was like, you want it that way? He was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Are you sure?" He was like, yeah. So that kind of stuff happens too. So not always is it the script that is the weird. Sometimes the director is like likes it a certain way, and you just got to do it that way. And that happens often, you know. I mean, because obviously I would play it differently, but if sometimes the director is an actor and feels it would work a different way, and you just got to trust that they know what they're talking about. So when you play the game and it sounds weird, don't blame me.